Welcome back to Noob School. This is where we interview sales pros that can help you get off to a great start in sales. All right, welcome back to Noob School. We're going to talk a little bit today about ways to kind of get yourself as well as possible health-wise, kind of your body, but also your mind. Okay, we're going to kind of put those two together. So I learned this, a while back. I was kind of overweight a little bit, more than I am now, and it's like, how can I, get my weight to the right spot? And talked to a lot of people and did some homework, and they're like, well, one of the things the easy thing to do is you literally go to your fridge and your pantry, and you just take out all the stuff that's not good for you, and you give it away, throw it away. Whatever you want to do with it, but you can't keep like ding dongs and ho-hos and donuts and, Coca-Colas and sweet tarts and, Little Debbie's, I don't know. Whatever your poison is, you can't just say, well, I'm just not going to eat the Little Debbie's now, okay? Just got to get rid of them and just jam your pantry and your fridge full of healthy things. In my case, I think it's healthy proteins, healthy veggies, lots of water, nuts, seeds, stuff like that. So maybe a little bit of fruit. So put that stuff in there versus the bad stuff, and you'll be amazed at how quickly, that'll be a nice change in kind of your physiology, how you feel and what you eat, just because that's all you got. Now, can you run down to the store, get yourself a Big Mac? Of course you can. But it's been pretty well proven if it's not right in front of you, it's a lot easier to withstand, our impulse to want something that's not good for us. So that's one thing you can do to get healthier. Now, how does that apply to your mind? Now, we want to get our mind right to be great salespeople. And I'll give you an example. One of the things that we can do that screws up our mind and wastes our time is to, let's say, have some news apps on our phone. All right, we keep our phone with us all the time, right? We always have the phone with us. So if you have a news app on the phone, you can easily just oh, what's going on? One thing happened, and then you click on it and maybe you read the article, and pretty soon your mind is getting full of these kind of random news things that are going on, and it's filling up with that kind of stuff, and that's what your mind's thinking about. And first of all, for the most part, I think we all know that while it's interesting to kind of watch the back and forth between the political groups and the news people, and they're all, depending on which side you listen to, you're going to get one side or the other. It's kind of like when I was a kid. I got to tell you, I watched a lot of wrestling. All right, I don't know why. Maybe it's because that's in some cases all I could find on TV, other than maybe gospel or Lawrence Welk. I don't know. Back when I was a kid, there just wasn't that much on TV. But I watched wrestling, like Mr. Wrestling 1 and 2. Johnny Weaver, who was like one of the dean of wrestling way back when, the Iron Sheik, there's quite a few. The Anderson brothers, of course, Rufus R. Freight Train Jones, one of my favorites, Andre the Giant, quite the man. Anyway, I watched a lot of wrestling as a kid and into high school, and by the time I was in high school, I was starting to figure out it really wasn't real, right? They were kind of pretending everything just to keep our attention. So why would they do that? Why wouldn't just one guy come out and just maybe pummel the other guy and it's 1, 2, 3, or it's over? It's because they were just trying to keep our attention. Now, don't we know that for the most part, that's what the news is doing to us? The people that own these news stations, right? Whether it's this one or that one, some executive is in charge of the darn thing, and they're like feeding these folks stuff to say to try to get our attention, right? So they can sell ads and make money. That's how it goes, all right? These are commercial enterprises. So Not to say which side's right. Maybe they're both wrong. I don't know. But if you're watching it, you're kind of giving away your mind share to something like wrestling, okay, like I used to do. I think the wrestling was better. I enjoyed Rufus R. Freight Train Jones, some of those people, but you're giving away your mind share. What you could be doing during that time is you could be studying your competition, okay? You could be maybe taking a course on how to do better prospecting. Maybe you could be learning another language. It would just help you be more interesting when you called on people. There's just a lot of stuff you could be doing. So I suggest that just like the pantry and the refrigerator, what you do with your phone is you just delete all the apps that have news on them, all right? Just get rid of them. Now, once again, that's not a hard thing to do. And you can always, turn on your TV, or just lots of ways you can get the news if you really want it. Just like I can run down to McDonald's and get a Big Mac if I really want it. But if it's not right here on my phone, I'm just much less likely to click on it and just kind of be enamored with it all the time. So get all the junk out of your fridge, get all the junk out of your pantry, and get all the junk off your phone. And that'll be a nice move toward being a little healthier in the body and in the mind.